Hi, and welcome to another market update after the market closed on 28th of May. So here's where we look at the long-term and short-term view for the overall market, as well as some other individual indicators and different things to get a feel for what's going on for really what's the economy and what's going on as you see things coming down the road that you might not have seen before. Going to get a heads up on things generally. And also for your short-term trades, you want to be aligned with the overall market short-term trend, lest you get caught out on the wrong side of it. So here's the long-term chart of the S&P 500. You've got every peg is a week of action up and down. That's smoothed out for us here with this blue line, which is like an average over the last 40 weeks, any given point on it. And we called bull market around here, went to cash here. This is now using my proprietary system. And it's kept me in cash ever since, waiting for this big comeback story here to prove itself fully. And looking like I'm probably only a month away now from being able to, say, okay, brand new bull market. Let's look at the short-term picture here so we can get any more clues. So here we are. It's open. Market's open right now. And this is something I pointed out in recent weeks, actually. There's a line here where it was resistance here, and the market gets above it, bounces off of it, comes back, classic action. And this line seems to have held it. You can see the intraday action here, just touching it here and here. This line around 2800 seems to be, market is saying that, okay, that is a line in the sand. So I would say, look, as long as the S&P 500 can stay above this 2800 line. This is going to be nothing more than a healthy correction in what could turn out to be a brand new bull leg. The fundamentals don't support it at all, but the market doesn't care. We don't get in the way of that. So that's the picture for right now. Short-term picture, like I say, it's on that level right now. So it's kind of sort of neutral to. It's really the only thing you can say about it right now, sort of stabilizing around there. It's actually a little bit oversold right now, the market actually. So a bounce off of this line at some point this week should be on the cards actually. So that's the overall market. Let's check in with copper, because this is an indicator I'm watching closely as a gauge for the overall economy. It's what's happening. Copper's used in a lot of things that kind of gives us a feel about is all well or good and so on. And this is kind of messing us around. We saw what here looked like to be a good short right here because this downwards trend, but instead it climbed back above it, looking like it was going to sort itself out. But now we see that copper actually is playing around and getting back below this 40-week moving average here, which is an important line. And so it's definitely saying copper is sick after all. Looks like it was going to make a big comeback there. And this sort of ties in more with the fundamentals that we are seeing generally, is that this isn't a wonderful. We're late in the cycle, all is not that good actually with the world economy. And copper is starting to sort of wake up to that a little bit more now. At the very most you can say about it is it's definitely uncertain. And we're certainly seeing some of the other indicators here looking like, okay, it's a bit oversold right now, but not a healthy picture for this barometer of global activity. One thing that is on the good news front though is Bitcoin is, as I've been commentating for the last few weeks, making a huge comeback. And I started commentating on this as just around here when it said this was an inflection point, as it kept pushing above its 40-week moving average. And now the thing has happened I've been waiting to happen, which is the moving average to start curling upwards, which is what we've got there. And this is just the climb is really looking terrific, and looks like it could have broken above some long-term resistance here as well with today's action. And a lot of the world hasn't woken up to this yet. They're kind of written Bitcoin off they'll see how it's making a rise today, but this is going to blindside a lot of people. Bitcoin is back with a vengeance. Let's look at the short-term chart here, and of course that means the whole cryptocurrency complex. This chart is powerful. This is heavy volume. We've got a golden cross here. It's up, holding the high ground here, and then today just gaps up up to that level here. So, and that's turned out to be a pretty good guide for us, this GBTC, which is an ETF of the Bitcoin complex. So that's all for this week. Waiting for a bull signal, get some more picks going ideally, but a lot of action right here in cryptocurrencies for now, and I will speak to you next time.